All right, first we have, if they're still here, Joe's up. I think this is Darren? David? Okay. It's not your handwriting, it's just it's me. With the Louisiana Association of Principals. And then we have also Jamal Taylor with the St. Landry Association of Educators. We'll take the two of you first. Is that okay? All right, identify yourselves for the record, and you may proceed.
My name is Joseph David. I'm with the Louisiana Association of Principals. First of all, we would like to thank Dr. Brumley and Dr. Phillips for putting together this document. I've spoken to several teachers, parents, and administrators today, and they're just happy to have a start to this process. The questions were, what is school going to look like in August? And a lot of those questions have been answered. We realize it's a start, and it's a changing, the document will change over time, but we're glad to have that start. We had lots of questions, but most of them were answered today. The only thing we have are two specific things that we would like to address, and we don't expect the answers today. We just want them to be thought about. The first thing is what the MFP is going to look like on October the 1st. The count for our MFP is usually October the 1st. So our question is, what is that going to look like for students that are on campus and those that are online learners? Are they going to be counted with our MFP? And the second thing that Dr. Brumley addressed is assessment. I think it's a great idea for the diagnostic and screening to begin as soon as possible in a timely manner at the beginning of the school year. But a lot of people still have questions about what assessment's going to look like in the spring. If we're going to have LEAP testing and EOCs and ACT, teachers and administrators in schools would like to know what that's going to look like as soon as possible to best prepare the students. So those are two things that we would like for us to continue to look at. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please identify yourself and you may proceed, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Jamal Taylor with the St. Landry Association of Educators, and I am the chair for the Louisiana Association of Educators Task Force on COVID. I'd like to thank the committee for a wonderful opportunity to listen to some amazing questions. I would echo the sentiments of Senator Mizell in that it's late, and so I don't know how or what my words will come out as or across as. But as a person that has worked in education for a number of years, I'm deeply troubled by where we're at, not because of our inability or the hard work that I know that both of the people that were up here gave, but because tonight I heard a set of recommendations that are merely recommendations that put at risk students and teachers without any solid or serious solutions. As I think about what the gamble is, I wonder, is it worth the risk? I wonder if we are putting the cart before the horse and gambling the lives of educators and students. I wonder if we have given the necessary thought that in 7 weeks we'll be asking people to return to work. I heard testimony today that said, we strongly urge you to wear a mask. As a special educator, that puts at risk our students that cannot keep a mask on their face. I heard testimony that indicated that students with autism should be taught to keep a mask on. That's a hard undertaking, folks. I don't know if you've ever visited one of our classrooms with our students with exceptionalities, but that's a difficult undertaking. We have put ourselves and positioned ourselves at very difficult crossroads here. We have put ourselves in the place of rushing something without some solid answers, and I think Senator Fields, you said it best, this document that I read, is it just a group of recommendations? Well, it was. And we ask our teachers to go back to the classroom, educate with a smile, and almost with a wanton disregard to the risk that they're putting the students in that room in, themselves in, the schools and the community. Growing up as a young male in Orneville, Louisiana, I was with my grandmother. Those children will be returning home and will be bringing whatever they picked up at school. And we have a set of recommendations. Senator Fields, I would say to you that I'm troubled, I'm deeply concerned that the place that we find ourselves at is at a place of mere recommendations. And that is not an indication or an indictment of the two people who phenomenally did the best work that they could up here today with the information that they had. However, I would say, for the record, that where there might not be any authority for the department to make those recommendations, I wonder if anyone asked for a bill to be written. There was a bill written and passed through the House that indicated that we wanted to protect the financial interests of our districts. We don't want to get sued, but it's safe enough for you to go back to work. I think that we are hard pressed here. We have our backs against the walls, and we have a set of educators that are deeply committed to doing the work of educating children. Trust me, I have heard from educators across the state that miss the children that they teach and want them to be in their classrooms with them. However, we cannot sit idly by and do nothing to protect the educators, yet we protect the financial interests of the state. I would suggest to the senators here today and all those listening that they take a very critical look at what they're asking people to do on mere recommendation and look at House Bill 59 in a way that respects the risk that our educators are putting themselves in.
Well, thank you very much. I want to thank the two of you for your testimony, and I'm sure that the superintendent as well as the Secretary of Health have heard you, and we appreciate your comments.